There. All right. We're currently going live on Twitch, Kick,
Ooh,
Instagram,
nice.
and YouTube.
Nice.
We're just seeing when there it goes. Sit back on this one. Okay. Good to know. Alrighty. Hey Sean, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can. Why is the mic not working or something?
Josh, can you hear that?
I heard it.
All right, cool.
Josh, who are you talking to?
My friend
Don't
Rick.
worry about it, Sean. You'll just have to wait and see.
Okay, they'll just be sitting here patiently waiting.
We're gonna have some fucking fun today.
Nice.
So my plan for today is
Mhm.
to basically talk about things we wanted to talk about. If you got to see any of the shows, whether it be Raw, SmackDown, or NXT, definitely bring up anything you'd like to talk about. That's just gonna be like a quick
Okay.
catch up of what happened this week as far as storylines
Mhm.
are concerned. Right when we get Warren in, I'll ask him what he got to see.
I'm here.
Oh, what up, Warren? All right. Did you get to see any of the shows?
I saw Raw and SmackDown.
Raw and SmackDown. Perfect. Alrighty. Are you gonna go faceless today?
Yeah, I'm not feeling it.
All right. Did you want to skip today or?
No. I can still talk. I just
good?
don't feel like being on camera, and I'm gonna be getting lunch halfway through here as well.
I got you. All right. No worries, man. Alrighty. So let me pull up this real quick and see what the updates on these are. Anything big happen on Raw or SmackDown?
I mean, Jay is Intercontinental Champion.
Yeah.
Oh shit! I didn't get to
Mhm.
see Raw or SmackDown because I don't have regular cable. Let me do this real quick. So I got to find out that happened like a couple, I want to say yesterday, a couple of hours ago maybe. Let me see results for SmackDown. I saw. Oh yeah, I saw a little bit about Kevin Owens kind of turning a little bit in the beginning stages of him turning. That's cool. Let's see here. SmackDown, fourth match, Randy Orton. That's where that happened. Mitchin won. Was this did the dumpster match happen this week? Yeah. Okay, we
No.
can talk.
No, I didn't. Oh, okay. No, I thought it did.
No, it's next week.
It's next week. Okay, cool.
It was just Michin versus Piper.
All right, cool. Alrighty, that's all that really happened on SmackDown. What about Raw here? All right, so of course, Jey Uso won. Let's see. Bronson Reed versus The Miz and no contest. Did he just like fuck him up or?
Yeah, no. Braun Strowman just showed up and attacked Bronson Reed.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Damage control.
I have notes for everything that happened.
Perfect. I'm just taking a look real quick. Yeah, because I want to do like a quick like recap of what happened this week, and then move on to the. Did you get to see the documentary or the series so far, or at least the first episode?
I finished it.
Oh fuck yeah! Okay, perfect. So we're just gonna talk about the first episode. For the most part, it was just how Vince McMahon came to power and how the first WrestleMania, basically, they were riding on everything on for it to like actually succeed. So we'll talk about that for a little bit, and then we'll move on to the spotlight. Cool. Let me go ahead and pull this up. No, actually, hold on. Come on now. And then we have I'm not sure if you got to hear our special guest, but we have a special guest that will pop in that will ask questions from time to time. But let's see here. Where the fuck am I? There I am. Not that one. There you are. Alrighty.
What is this?
Welcome to the Lucha Critics podcast, where we dive into the world of professional wrestling. I'm Rick, your host, and we also got Josh. Say what's up, Josh.
Hello.
And we also got Warren. Say what's up, Warren.
What's up?
Hell yeah. And each week we break down the best matches, shocking moments, and the wildest controversies from WWE, AEW, and beyond. Whether it's recapping this week's biggest events or discussing wrestling history, we've got it all covered. So today, we're going to be spotlighting Shawn Michaels. But before we get into that spotlight, we're going to do a quick overview about what happened during the Raw and SmackDown shows, as well as Dynamite, and anything else that if you guys got to saw. I think it's Josh that you usually get to see NXT stuff.
I didn't see anything except for the last segment, which is very big.
Okay, cool. All right, we'll start with the WWE stuff. Warren, what can you tell me? What happened? Anything big happened in Raw?
I think a lot of big things happened on Raw this week. Just starting off, we're gonna get Dom in a cage for their match.
Nice.
Sammy and Kaiser fought. It was just Sammy won. They're still dragging this whole thing of like, are they gonna fight at Bad Blood or not between him and Gunther? Gunther still says no, so who knows? We got the Judgment Day showing up, still poking at Dragunov, so they'll probably see that soon. And then Dragon Lee beat Carlito in a match where Ray showed up to beat up his son.
Nice.
So Dragon Lee could get the win. With the New Day, you see Xavier's like, we don't want to look at the past stuff. Kofi was like, here's some old past stuff. And he's like, no, until we get wins, let's not talk about it. And then American Made showed up, and one of the brothers called the New Day nerds in like the best way ever.
Interesting.
It was nice hearing him. Yeah, it was like, I said the first funny thing that Creed brother ever said, just the way he was saying nerd during their match. It was actually Xavier who got the loss, and it was like sort of his fault because he was focused on Chad Gable instead of the match. So that's a little interesting. Not always just Kofi's fault. There's also Xavier, so we'll see that. We had Sheamus telling people to call Pete Butch. The Drew segment, I just put run of the mill promo, nothing really special.
Interesting.
Yeah. There was supposed to be Miz and Bronson Reed. Before that, Killing Cross showed up like, yo, Miz, you should go back to your old shitty ways, which I thought I like Killing Cross just doing this to people just in the backstage, like just whispering in their ears how they should turn, and you see Miz sort of agree with it, but not actually saying he agrees with it. Nice. He gets out. Braun Strowman jumps out of the audience like the fan that got tossed at him last week, and this did a whole non-match. Miz was pissed off, but then Miz just disappeared a little bit after they started going after each other. Bronson Reed and Braun Strowman, they were taking out all the security guards. We're gonna get a last monster standing match next week, which is cool, but it's just funny that they had the promos done already, where clearly they had to film it weeks ago or days ago to have it ready to go for this Raw, even though it was just announced spontaneously this week. It was a cool video package, but still, it's just like there's no way they'd be able to do it.
Nice.
Unholy Union versus Damage Control. Damage Control's got the win, so we get a more. I guess we're gonna see them versus the tag team champions. Who knows
Jade
when?
Cargill and Bianca Belair. Interesting.
Bianca Belair, yeah, because they're also going to be the host of Bad Blood.
Okay.
We got, yeah, and I don't. This is my question. Is also just funny that Josh walked away because I was hoping maybe he might know too. Does Kari say no English? Like,
So Kairi Sane has limited English. That's what what I kind of picked up on.
that makes more sense because like during the promo, like they were have like Kairi Sane clearly looks like she's like, all right, I get to go now, and then like Bianca was clearly not done talking. I'm like, I don't think she knows what Bianca's saying at all, which is fine. But like, if she was, I wasn't sure if she was doing a bit or not. I'm like, is she just doing a bit where she's pretending not to know what she's saying?
No, she's legitimately a little limited in the English category, I believe.
Okay. We got a fire promo, which I think is for the Viking Raiders coming back.
I have a feeling it's the Viking Raiders too. I think Josh thought it was Penta coming in, but I don't think it is.
No, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear
yeah,
you.
I can hear you.
Okay, that's what I thought too, but I just found out, I guess, that Tony Khan's being an a-hole and he's tacking more time on Ray's contract because of injury.
I think they're all do that, dude. Fucking WWE does that, TNA does that. AEW could have been the company to like break that mold and not do that. I'm a little bit disappointed on that too. But
and I feel he's gonna do the same thing with Adam Cole.
Most likely. Adam Cole, I'm not sure what exactly happened to Adam Cole, but I know his relationship with Britt Baker is done, or at least that's the rumor. So we shall see. Anything else happen in Raw?
I mean, there's a bunch of video packages. I think Wyatt Sick are teasing their next rivalry. Pure Fusion had something. Who knows? Xavier's going to fight Rey Mysterio next week because of the whole interfering last week. And then we got the main event, which was Jey Uso versus Braun Breaker, where Jey Uso got the win and is now Intercontinental Champion. It was a good match. The ending was pretty good. Braun's running spear, then a spear of his own through the Jay countered Braun's running spear outside with a super kick, and then speared Braun Breaker through the barricade, and then eventually getting the win, which was nice. It didn't seem like a huge celebration though. Like that was my only doubt. It just seemed like it happened and then Raw ended. Like, all right, whatever. I'm like, this is a huge deal. Like,
they could have gone all out with balloons or something. Fuck.
Yeah.
Interesting. Just give me a quick minute, guys. I'm gonna take a quick pause.
Okay.
Oh, stop recording. There it is. All right, be right back. 1 second.
How far are you in the McMahon documentary?
I'm halfway through the third episode, but I kind of remembered what happened in the first episode because I was like, damn, his dad was a true asshole.
Yeah. It was. I'm still trying to figure out how I feel about the documentary series because I'm like, well, obviously I watched it all in one sitting.
Yeah.
So there's that, but I'm like, I don't truthfully, nothing new is said.
Yeah.
Like,
and then mostly the stuff that people that were interviewed before all the allegations came out.
Yeah, which is funny because like they'll play some clips later on where it's like, what do you think is going to take for Vince to retire? Like, Vince will never retire. And then it's like,
Yeah, then the whole thing with Stone Cold.
Yeah.
I don't believe in CTs.
Wait, what's up?
Didn't he say he doesn't believe in CTs?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that too. And even like Taker was like, was upset about the chair shot being taken away. I'm like, I don't know. It seems like let's just be more healthy. Why is that a bad thing?
Yeah, and then what was the other one that I saw that someone posted? Oh, how he handled the whole Owen Hart thing.
Yeah, that was like the interesting part. Like when they started talking about Owen Hart and Chris Benoit, just hearing Vince talk about it was cool. Like I'll give it that. It's nice seeing Vince's quote unquote point of view of all these situations.
Yeah.
But if you're a wrestling fan, you know everything that's happening. Yeah. Nothing's new. Like in fact, I was like hoping they'd go further. Like the second we get to the ruthless aggression era, we're basically done. We're like, we're not talking about anything.
Yeah, I was surprised that I didn't know that story about Atlas and that one guy, about Patterson.
Oh yeah, I've heard about that one too, and how Pat Patterson was hired back again afterwards. So like, no.
Yeah.
Okay,
actually,
I am back.
Think my food is here, so I might just grab it real quickly.
Perfect timing.
Yeah, we were just talking about the Vince McMahon documentary.
I've only seen the first episode,
Okay.
and that shit's fucking
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, I was telling him like how his dad was a true asshole.
Yeah, his dad was a fucking asshole. And I guess we
Hey,
know where
but
the fuck where it came from.
well, it made him who he is today. So
Not just that, fucking the stepdad is the one that really fucked him up.
yeah,
Like literally. And
yeah, and it's crazy how he doesn't like the word what's it called? Wrestling, what's it called?
Pro wrestling.
Sports wrestling, and he wants sports entertainment.
Yeah, he hates the term sport what is it? Professional wrestling. He wanted to get away from that and make it more of a entertainment thing, and it worked. Like for all the fucking crazy shit that he's done in his life,
Yeah.
definitely deserves the credit for bringing wrestling to where it is now. I'll give it up.
Especially how he did the whole thing with MTV and all that.
Oh yeah. That was crazy. I didn't know that the USA. Oh, I gotta save this shit. But like, I didn't know that
Yeah.
USA had a partnership with the WWE so fucking early in their
I know.
fucking
I was like,
companies. Makes sense.
mm-hmm.
Let me see.
Yeah, I'm back.
All right, let me go ahead and start recording. Alrighty. What can you tell me about SmackDown? Did Josh? Did you get to see SmackDown?
I saw stuff on IG, but I did see that they announced like a few matches for next week.
Interesting.
That sounds really good.
All
Yeah,
right.
I feel like there's a lot of matches for next week, which I'm like a little worried about. I'm like, is it gonna be
Interesting.
quick?
Tell me about it. What happened on SmackDown?
Yeah, Randy comes out to start the show, talking about he's like, oh, I've missed SmackDown. I've been on Raw, which I honestly forgot already because we've already seen Randy on SmackDown since then. I'm like, what? And he's like, oh, I wanna talk to Cody about this whole not Judgment Day, Bloodline
Yeah.
teaming with Roman. Cody comes out. He's like, oh, Roman's always technically kept his word at least. And he even called out a little bit of the fans. Is like, why are you getting mad at me? Or the fans are also cheering for Roman all the time. Like he didn't say that exactly, but he was like hinting at it. And then Randy's like, I want to, yeah. And then KO came out, and before he could say anything, the new Rogue Bloodline, as Corey called them, arrived.
The
and he's like,
hilarious.
Yeah. He was and then KO wanted a tag team match, but he didn't want Cody involved at all. He's like, just me and Randy, because like Solo said, every time you teamed up with these two, you've always lost to me. So like trying to say like some splitting up the team, I guess. But we got the match of Cody and Randy versus Solo and Jacob Fatu. We got a Nia Jax segment where she's angry about getting pinned, and she was basically choking Tiffy.
Yeah.
So
nice.
Yeah, that's gonna fall apart sooner than later. I feel like.
I'll be laughing if it's Saturday coming up.
True.
What's up?
I'll be laughing if it'll be a Bad Blood.
Yeah, no, I can see it. Though we are gonna get Tiffy versus Naomi next week, which I'm like Bailey versus Naomi, which was a good match. There was a messy corner spot at the end, but Bailey gets the win. Naomi was in this Uno type outfit, which I thought was pretty cool. Yeah. Naomi wasn't super happy about losing, which makes sense. Yeah. But they were like sort of all fine. Later on in the background, like later in the night, Bailey got up. It's like, you cool? She's like, yeah, whatever. I'll be the first one to challenge you when you beat Nia, and then I'll get my win there. And then Tiffy showed up, so that we're gonna get a match next week between Naomi and Tiffy.
Nice.
Then it was the Carmelo versus Andre battle number 6. Before that, Andre saw LA Knight. He's like, I don't like how you didn't shake my hand, blah, blah, blah. You lost my respect. And before LA Knight can respond, Carmelo just comes out of nowhere and basically kills LA Knight. And then he's like, I'll see you at the ring.
Nice.
Their match was, again, we've seen 5 of these already, so we know how these matches are going. Like, they're good, but I'm like, all right. We did see the match during the commercial breaks. The whole thing, Carmella's posing too much during his pins. There was a nice top rope counter by Carmella. which I thought there was also a little delayed "holy shit" chants from the audience, which I thought was weird. Like the move happened 2 minutes ago. You got to say it right away, people, or not
Yeah.
say it at all.
Yeah.
But yeah, Carmella gets the win because LA Knight comes out. Andre tries to stop him during that confusion. Carmella gets the win. So Andre and LA Knight are really angry at each other.
Interesting.
We got tease for AJ Styles returning next week.
About fucking
That
time.
was good. Yeah. Michin actually got a win against Piper Niven
Nice.
with Chelsea bringing out a garbage can and just being disgusted by the smell. And then Michin didn't get attacked after the match. So it was nice seeing that too.
Cool.
We got the next week 3-way tag team title match, ladder match between the Bloodline, DIY, and Street Profits.
Damn.
So they all did like a little thing. We heard both of the Bloodline brothers speak, which was nice. Like, oh, and he didn't do it type of thing either during the whole speech, which is also nice. I'm like, oh, look at you speaking normally. And then finally, it was the main event: KO versus Randy versus KO and Randy versus Solo and Jacob. There was a whole segment backstage where Cody's like, "Hey, KO, you're clearly pissed off about something. Can we talk about this?" KO's like, "Not now. I have a match in 30 minutes. We'll talk about this later." He's like, "Don't come out. We don't need you." And he leaves the locker room. And then Randy's like, "Cody, we're gonna need you if like the brothers show up to fight." And sure enough, during the match, the brothers show up to interfere. Cody shows up. There's chaos everywhere. Jacob Fatu like jumps off the rope. Oh, sorry. Before the ending, there was one spot where Randy threw Jacob Fatu onto the table like he normally does, his little suplex onto their backs. But Jacob just got right up like nothing happened. So he did it to him two more times. And then he did one to Solo. They went to a commercial break and came back, and KO's getting his ass kicked by Solo. So who the fuck knows what happened?
Hell yeah.
But yeah, during the end, Jacob throws Cody into the ref after KO stuns Solo, not getting the 3 count because the ref's just confused because Cody really just ran into him. And then Jacob hits KO with a super kick. Solo gets the win. And then KO is super pissed at Cody, with Randy trying to be the peacemaker, yeah, in between them. And it ends with KO like hugging Cody, but it seems like a reluctant hug. So that's where we are with SmackDown.
I love it. It's about time. I've been waiting for Evil KO to come back. I
think we're gonna get Evil Cody.
We're gonna get Evil Cody.
I want to see.
I'd be down. I'd be down for Evil Cody.
He was good. He was a good heel in the Indies.
Yeah, in ROH when he was in Bullet Club, he was definitely a fucking asshole. I loved it. Josh, is there anything that we didn't touch on that you heard or saw on SmackDown?
Well, besides everything he talked about, I guess we have hosts for Bad Blood.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be
JP Cargo and what's her name?
Bianca Belair.
Bianca Belair.
Yeah, why defend the tag team titles when we can just have them host?
Prolong the title reign. All right, let's go ahead and move on to NXT. What can you tell me about NXT, Josh?
Well, the only thing I know about NXT was the ending, which they had to sit down contract signing with Julia and Roxanne Perez.
Fuck yeah.
And they got interrupted by Stephanie Valkyrie.
Oh, I did see that. I did see the Stephanie Valkyrie. I saw the clip on YouTube. Damn, I'm really missing out on some good shit on NXT that I need to get back on, because there's a bunch of people I really like that are on NXT over here. What else happened?
Go to CW.
Let's go to CW. That's right. That should be dope. Okay. Chicago. What else happened in NXT?
That's all I was able to see because I was working. But yeah, because I know next week's gonna be Chicago. CM Punk's gonna be there.
I saw. All right, so I see that fucking A-Town Down Under. Fucking me, yeah. I can't say that team. They're there challenging the NXT champions, which are, what the hell's his name? I had it right now. Axiom, and Nathan Frazier. They were on their talk show that they have there, and
Waller Effect.
Yeah, and it looks like they're trying to seed some dissent into that team, just like the other tag team that they went up against. I see that CM Punk was on the show for a little bit. I see CM Punk was giving advice to Javon Evans. Trick Williams joins the conversation. Trick appreciates Trump. Punk stepping in last week as as a special guest referee. This past month has been very chaotic. Trick knows that Ethan Page will do whatever it takes to keep the NXT championship. Interesting. Let's see what else happened. The Good Brothers versus Hank Walker and Tank Ledger. I forgot that the Good Brothers are still in the WWE, but it looks like they're jobbing out for NXT guys. Which in one sense, it's like the veterans kind of pushing up the younger guys, so it's good, but it's like, damn, kind of would like to see them with the title reign.
Yeah, I was wondering where they were too, especially with like AJ coming back next week, because they were like talking about how Meechum was like, she's part of AJ's stuff. I'm like, oh yeah, she was.
Yeah, that's right. Fucking Meechum was part of the OC.
And then the whole thing with Tony D'Angelo is making me laugh. Because he's recreating the whole scene of Rocky 3.
Oh, I did see that. Yeah, they were asking, why are you afraid? He's like, yeah, I'm afraid.
Yeah, I'm afraid.
Yeah, fucking they Shawn Michaels, man. He's letting them cook and he's doing wonderful things out here. Interesting. Let's go ahead and move on unless there's anything else. I see that what's it called?
They're gonna have a street fight in Chicago, I think.
Yeah, Wesley and Zachary Wentz are gonna have a Chicago street fight, and we
the only place
had
to have street fights.
Huh?
The only place to have street fights.
Hell yeah!
Chicago.
Wendy Chu and Rosemary still going at it. It's tag team versus Carmen Petrovic and Brinley Reese, and of course the Rosemary and Wendy Chu win. I love it. I love that Rosemary is in NXT and she's getting more attention on her. Definitely a veteran in the game, and I'm excited for her to hopefully get some actual WWE Raw or SmackDown show time. Let's go ahead and move on to Grand Slam, where we saw the main event of AEW champion Bryan Danielson versus Nigel fucking McGuinness. We also had Darby Allin's AEW world title shot on the line versus Jon Moxley. We saw Mariah May versus Yuka Sakazaki for the Women's World Championship. We also had the World's Tag Team Championship on the line versus Young Bucks versus the Will Ospreay and Kyle Fletcher team. And then we also had the FTW Championship that was on the line. I actually got to see this. We also had a debut that had me fucking going crazy. So we'll just go ahead and start that one. We'll start things off with the first match, which was Bryan Danielson, AEW champion, versus Nigel McGuinness, and that was the first match. That was the first match. It was fucking great.
They were doing a countdown, weren't they?
What's up?
Weren't they doing a count out before he came out?
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. So Nigel comes out and he's out here ready. He has a shirt saying that Bryan fears Nigel or some shit like that. And he's waiting for Daniel to come out. The first song comes out. It's the one that he came that I really don't like the song. Or not his original, but the dun 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 dun, dun that one. The remix. First that comes out and he's like, I knew it. Count him out. Because he didn't come out. And Nigel's over here just saying, count him out. He doesn't deserve the title. I'm the real champion. And then that's when the fucking not Flight of the Valkyries, the actual the final countdown comes on, and Bryan Danielson comes out for the championship match. And they went to fucking war. I've only really seen Nigel McGuinness wrestle in All Out and at this Dynamite episode. And this dude can go. Like, I am pretty sure he can't keep this active. He can't be an active wrestler. But the fact that he like got back in, was able to keep up with Bryan Danielson, it was fucking cool. A lot of brutal fucking locks. It seemed like a lot of times they were gonna possibly give it to Nigel. Just the storytelling, how things were going down. A lot of false finishes. And then finally, Brian Danielson locks in the LaBelle lock, and you see Nigel mouth "thank you" and taps, and essentially, Brian Danielson and still. I honestly liked it. I haven't really seen what people have been saying about the match online, but after the match, we see Christian Cage come out because he's going to take advantage of a, for the most part, broken Danielson. As he's about to hit the signature on the paper, Kip Sabian steals a pen and he runs off, and Christian kind of follows him, and that kind of goes from there. Oh yeah. For whatever reason, fucking Claudio and Pac are standing behind, and like kind of we're gonna stop him, I guess, from cashing in his Money in the Bank. I'll just call it what it is. But yeah, second match popped up. It was Hook versus Roderick Strong and the Kingdom, because they were in the fucking match. This was a brutal match. They were fucking hitting each other with kendo sticks, fucking garbage cans. It was a classic hardcore match, and of course, like I said, the Kingdom got in, and Hook for somehow, some way kept his own and kept everyone at bay. At the end, he was able to lock in the what is it called, the Red Room, and he ended up tapping out Robert Strong. Hook then takes the title. His dad is there and officially retires the FTW championship. It's about time, honestly. It felt like there wasn't really more to do with the title, and it was just one title among a sea of different titles that they have in fucking AEW. So I'm glad that they retired the title, and he ended up giving the title back to his dad. And they had like a heartwarming moment there that had Taz fucking tearing up and everything. Moving on to the tag team championship, it was Young Bucks versus Kyle Fletcher and Will Ospreay. Crazy matchup. It was a classic Young Bucks spot fest, because it's fucking Will Ospreay and Kyle Fletcher. They were keeping up, doing crazy flippies and copying each other's moves. At the end there, it looked like Kyle Fletcher, Don Callis gave him the what is it, the screwdriver to like hit, I think it was Nick, no, it was what is it, yeah, it was Nick on the head, so they can win the titles. And Fletcher, he's about to do it, and Ospreay goes in, stops him from doing it. I believe it is Nick kind of picks it up, he pushes him out, somehow, some way, Matthew gets the title and hits Fletcher in the head with it, and they end up picking up the win and keeping the titles. At the end there, it looks like there's resentment building between Fletcher and Ospreay. For the most part, Fletcher wanting to like lean into his dark side, and kind of Ospreay kind of being the face of his career right now, trying to lean away from that. So that'll be interesting right there. The conglomeration got a new member with Rocky Romero, and they're going to be teaming up next this Saturday or today for Collision and a trios match. After which we see Tony Schiavone welcome Prince Nana to the stage, and they're basically about to talk about Swerve, and then MVP finally shows up and is basically saying, you know, I'm surprised that Hangman is out here talking shit, living his life, while Swerve is in the hospital and his house is burned down. I don't blame Swerve for this. I blame his management. I blame you. So basically, he gives him his business card and let Swerve know when he's ready to talk business. So the hurt business, yeah. So the hurt business is coming, and that would be pretty fucking cool. because we'd see Shelton Benjamin supposedly. We'll see because I don't know, nothing's set in stone. It would be Shelton Benjamin, Lashley, Swerve maybe. That'd be a fucking team. I like it. I like it. Jack Perry issues an open challenge for the TNT Championship, and let's see. I guess that would be for yeah, because I was a little confused about that because it just showed Jack Perry driving through New York City, and it kind of just didn't go anywhere. They didn't necessarily like set up for collision. They just said, "Oh, he has issued an open challenge for the TNT Championship," and nothing else happened.
Yeah, you gotta catch him.
Hell yeah,
You gotta catch him in the streets.
That'd be cool. Match number 4 was Women's World Championship: Mariah May versus Yuka Sakazaki. Awesome match. I like Yuka. She's been out for a while because of injuries, unfortunately, but luckily she was able to bring it and do her crazy like little high flying moves. But Mariah May ended up picking up the win with a Storm Zero, and at the end there we see Mina pop in, and it looked like she was basically trying to not get Yuka fucked up, and Mariah May kind of misinterpreted that and basically thought like, oh yeah, let's beat her up. This is what we do. Right before that was about to happen, Willow comes out and stares down Mariah May and essentially sets up that rivalry. And I actually love that. I'd be totally down to see Willow with the women's championship belt. Next up would be Jon Moxley versus Darby Allin in a fucking brutal match. I don't know if Darby Allin can feel pain or not, because the shit that he was doing. So Moxley at one point, I don't know if he put thumbtacks in his mouth or something, but Darby Allin legitimately like fucked up his mouth, and for the rest of the match, his mouth was bleeding and it was kind of like bubbling. It looked really, really bad. He also took like what is it, like backdrops to like the steel steps, a lot of fucked up things. Needless to say, Moxley won with a avalanche Death Rider. Yeah, brutal shit, brutal things. So now Jon Moxley has the World Championship title match, and he's going to be facing Bryan Danielson at Wrestle Dream. Someone hits the ring, and it's Daniel Bryan. He attacks Jon Moxley at the end there and puts like a blue like rope around his neck and is trying to choke him out. Marina Shafir, Claudio, and Pac run into the ring to try to stop Daniel from fucking trying to kill them. Private Party and what's his name?
I know who you're talking about, but I can't remember his name too.
Yeah, dude, I'm trying to remember his name.
Who you are.
It's a luchador. I'll remember his name eventually. They come out to try to help out Danielson. They're able to push out the what is it? I guess it would be the new BCC. And Danielson officially declares war on the BCC, and should be an interesting thing. They're going to be going up against each other, Moxley and Danielson for Wrestle Dream, and that's basically it. Crazy night. I'm not sure if you guys have seen the new McMahon, Mr. McMahon, I think it's called, documentary on Netflix, but I definitely I enjoyed the first episode. Let's go ahead and talk about the first episode here. I think Warren is the only one of us that's like seen the whole series.
Yeah.
Josh, I think you're kind of like almost done.
I'm in the 3rd episode.
Oh, dope. I'm in my first. I'm on the first one there. So we're gonna take time each week just to talk about an episode. The first episode is basically about how Vince McMahon grew up I didn't know. I mean, I'm not surprised that he grew up that fucked up, where he was literally getting beat up as a child by his stepfather. He then moves in with his real father, and he gets to know about professional wrestling. His father basically brings him into the world. He wants to be a part of it, and he basically starts as an announcer. And not too long after that, his dad doesn't want to be in the business anymore, and he's wanting to sell, essentially. He didn't give the business to his son. That was the fucked up part. That's another thing that was like, damn, I totally did not know about this story. Because from what I thought that Vince basically was given this company, and that's not the case. He had to pay for that motherfucker. And at that, once he did pay for it, he had to fucking fight for that company to stay alive. Somehow, some way, he ends up getting contracts just contracts with wrestlers from other organizations in the territories. And he's the first one to break the mold and say, you know what, fuck territories. I'm gonna go where I can afford to go. And basically that's what he does. And through that, he gets more money, was able to buy out people from other organizations. And then that's how WWF started to become what it eventually became to be. After which I think we can move on to the first WrestleMania. The first WrestleMania, how it came to be, they were literally putting all their eggs into this basket. They were leveraging like their house, or like if Vince had both his kids at the time. I'm not sure how many kids they have, but I just know about Stephanie McMahon and fucking Shane. But to have that pressure to like have kids on top of this business that you're depending everything on to like really hit must have been crazy for him at the time. But somehow, some way, WrestleMania 1 fucking is awesome, and they knock it out of the park, and eventually becomes the WWE business that you see today. I didn't know that I've seen this video before, but I had forgotten that fucking Hulk Hogan choked out a host of a TV show.
He comes out in Law and Order.
Yeah, he comes out in Law and Order. And this was during the time where they were trying to become mainstream, and they're like, yeah, fucking Hulk. They sent Hulk Hogan because like, yeah, he's perfect. He knows how to talk to people.
Not only that, they were being accused of wrestling being fake.
And they were being accused of wrestling being fake, and that whole this exposing the business type of thing, which eventually had to happen, honestly, because yeah, I mean, come on. But yeah, I that was a wild scene. So they ended up settling out of court. They also talked about the guy who came in and tried to he was a journalist, and he was going in the back,
he was interviewing people,
and interviewing people, and they thought that they were just like getting to like show like what the wrestlers were about. They were like, cool, like you get to know us, but it was ulterior motives for the journalist. He was trying to go in there to expose the business, essentially. And well, it turned out that Vince didn't necessarily say like, oh, go do that shit. He just said like, it'd be nice if someone put him in his place. And someone did. And this dude's I keep forgetting the fucking name, but he's a bounty hunter now. He's still a bounty hunter, which is fucking crazy. But yeah, he ended up smacking the fuck out of this guy, and they ended up settling out of court as well. So that's basically the first episode of Mr. McMahon. Do you guys have any thoughts or anything you guys want to say about this first episode?
Yeah, well, I want to say that I like how McMahon use his ability to cross promote stuff. Like he got with USA early on.
Oh
Like
yeah.
you said, I didn't know they had a relationship that early. And then he started seeing people were like into music, so he started going to MTV to do stuff. And he had a few shows on MTV too, which I never knew about that.
I never knew about those shows either. You know, all in all, the guy is a piece of shit. First and foremost, Vince McMahon, he's a piece of shit. 100%. Horrible person. But wrestling wouldn't be where it is today without the shit that he did. It's a weird fucking, it's a weird, what is it? Double-edged sword there. Cause you don't want to like, you don't want to put this guy on a pedestal, but you got to kind of like give it up to the, as far as the business side of what he did. Yeah, he brought wrestling to what it is today.
Like basically, you got to separate the artist from the art. He created good art, but the artist is a piece of crap.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's a good way to put it. That's a good way to kind of look at it there. But yeah, let's go ahead and move on to. What's up? What's up?
I was gonna say, I was just waiting till you guys are done. But it's hard to talk about episode 1 since I've seen the whole series. I just like I guess I liked it because I watched it all in one sitting, but at the same time, like, I don't know, if you're a wrestling fan, you basically know everything that's in this document. Like, there's nothing really new.
Nothing really new.
We just really get like Vince's actually saying the stuff that we've all assumed was true anyway, for a lot of things. But
yeah, there was some like things that I didn't know, like Joss mentioned, like the USA Network like partnering up with WWF early. I didn't know that they had that early partnership either. I didn't know about the MTV partnership either. He was the one that was like, hey, they saw like, I see music in the future, we have to partner with them. So it was just crazy to see those little insights for sure.
Yeah, and then I was gonna say, I didn't know about the whole territories thing, and I heard about that in the movie Iron Claw, because they brought it up when the dad sold the company to WWE.
That's right. All right, now we're going to move on to something that is fairly new for us that we're going to try out on this episode, and we're going to be spotlighting pro wrestlers' careers. In particular, this episode we're going to be spotlighting Shawn Michaels. He is the current showrunner for NXT. He's been doing awesome things in that regard. But let's go ahead and look at his accomplishments on early in his career. So right here, I see that early in his career, Michaels debuted in 1984, wrestling in the American Wrestling Association and various territories. His talent caught the attention quickly, especially for his athleticism and charisma. He, in 1988 through 1991, he was with the Rockers with Marty Jannetty. Shawn Michaels found early success in the WWE as part of the tag team, the Rockers, with Marty Jannetty. The team was known for their high-flying moves and entertaining matches, becoming fan favorites despite never winning the tag team titles. I didn't know that they never won the tag team titles. That kind of seems like a lost opportunity there. Do you guys know anything about the Rockers?
I just know that Hobie Troll thing.
Yeah. What about you, Warren?
I mean, I know of them, and I know the whole betrayal thing.
Hell yeah. Hey, Sean, what can you tell me about your ex-partner, Marty Jannetty?
Marty, gosh, we had such a strong chemistry together. Man, do I miss working with him. We broke out as a tag team and quickly rose to popularity. We were a perfect match. I mean, who can forget that banger of a ladder match we had against Bret and Owen Hart?
Oh, wow. I didn't know they had a tag team match against Bret and Owen Hart. That must have been a really cool one.
Yeah, it was. One of the best matches in my career. It was a ladder match. It was me and Marty in one corner and Bret and Owen on the other. Man, what a night that was.
Awesome. Let's go ahead and keep going down the memory lane here. Now, turning heel. the infamous barbershop scene in 1992. Michaels turns on Marty Jannetty by throwing him through a glass window, marking the start of his solo career as a villain. He soon became known as the Heartbreak Kid, HBK. Iconic moment. To this day, everyone kind of does. I think the Young Bucks even did like an homage to that during the pandemic when they did Matt versus Nick at in their back. It was cool. It was their it was literally their backyard. They have a wrestling ring, and they did the whole thing there. A lot of crazy shit happened during the pandemic. They had to get creative. Let's go ahead and move on to their internet.
I don't think that ladder match is a real thing.
You don't think it's the real thing? You think it's bullshit?
It's not.
Cool.
I'm just doing a quick search of Rockers versus Bret Hart and Owen, and I'm getting like nothing.
this okay. The Shawn Michaels AI is bullshit. All right, no worries.
Yeah,
let's keep
AI.
Let's keep going. International, their Intercontinental Champion and Ladder Match Classic, 1992 through 1994. Michaels won his first WWE Intercontinental Championship in 1992. His ladder match against Razor Ramon at WrestleMania 10, 1994, is considered one of the greatest matches in WWE history and revolutionizing the ladder match format. Did you guys ever got to see this ladder match?
I did a long time ago.
Nice. What about you,
ladder
Warren?
Oh, against
Razor Ramon?
Yeah, I mean, I've seen highlights of it. I didn't actually watch. I haven't seen the actual thing. Like, honestly, I was thinking about it. My time watching WWE, Shawn Michaels is always not wrestling. Like, I started watching as soon as he got injured after WrestleMania, and by the time he came back, I was honestly not watching wrestling anymore. And then when I started watching wrestling again, he's like the leader of NXT. So,
I see.
yeah.
Let's see. Let's ask. Hey, Sean, tell me about your match with Razor Ramon for the Intercontinental.
Oh, Razor Ramon, one of the hottest stars at the time. My match against him was a classic. It was a ladder match for the Intercontinental Championship. We climbed up these ladders and we brawled up and down those rungs, giving the fans an incredible show. It was a thrilling and intense match.
So, okay, we'll ask him a little bit later. Let's go ahead and move on to the formation of D-Generation X. Alongside Triple H, Chyna, Rick Rude, Michaels helped form the rebellious faction D-Generation X in 1997, which played a major role in the Attitude Era, pushing boundaries and redefining wrestling entertainment. I didn't know Rick Rude was a like an original member. Did you guys know that?
Yeah.
That's wild.
You know, it wasn't very long, but
was this okay? So was this when he like left WWE to be in WCW?
Yeah.
Okay. That makes sense. At WrestleMania 12, we see an Iron Man match in 1996. Michaels faced Bret Hart in a 60-minute Iron Man match for the WWE Championship at WrestleMania 12. Michaels won in overtime, capturing the first WWE Championship and solidifying his spot as a main eventer. Is this the Montreal Screwjob?
No, that was Survivor Series.
no.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Moving on. Retirement after back injury. After suffering a serious back injury during a casket match against Undertaker at 1998 Royal Rumble, Michaels was forced to retire. He remained involved with WWE in a non-wrestling role during this time. Oh, wow. I didn't know that Undertaker was the one that took him out.
Yeah, I think he did a back body flip, and his lower back hit the corner of the casket. That's when they used the big ass wooden caskets. That's why.
Dude, that sucks. That definitely do it. Hey, Sean, tell me about your match with the Undertaker where you ended up essentially breaking your back.
Ah, yes. That infamous Hell in a Cell match against The Undertaker, one of the most brutal and intense matches of my career.
Wow.
We were locked inside that steel structure, and we went to war. We fought with everything we had, and in the end, I sent The Undertaker crashing down, and he ended up landing on his back. But let me tell you, that match was no joke. It took a toll on both of us.
All right, thanks, Sean. Oh, he's completely out. And this AI Sean is out of it. So in 2002, we see the return and the second career of Shawn Michaels. After a 4-year hiatus, Michaels returned to SummerSlam 2002, defeating Triple H in an unsanctioned streak fight. This marked the beginning of an unexpected second career where he would go to have some of the best matches. I actually remembers this one. Is this the one where Triple H basically hits him with a sledgehammer in the back, or kind of looks like it looked like he actually hit him with the sledgehammer?
Yeah, at the end of SummerSlam, yeah.
Yeah, that one had me fucked up. Now we move on to 2008, his feud with Chris Jericho. One of Michael's standout rivalries during his second run was with Chris Jericho in 2008. Their matches and storyline filled with personal intensity were some of the most acclaimed of the year. Is this? Yeah. So Chris Jericho accidentally punches his Shawn Michaels' wife by accident, like he like for real punches her, and yeah, I think he felt really bad about it. That was pretty funny when I heard about it. The Undertaker WrestleMania match.
He also created the Elimination Chamber idea during this time.
Chris Jericho?
No, Shawn Michaels.
Shawn Michaels created this shit? Really?
I thought it was Eric Bischoff.
I mean, Shawn Michaels helped or something. I remember like Shawn Michaels sort of had the idea a little bit. Like he's part of the creation of the Elimination Chamber.
Here, let's ask the man himself real quick.
Yeah.
Hey Sean, did you create the Elimination Chamber?
Yes, I did have a hand in creating the Elimination Chamber. It was my idea to design a match that could bring in even more drama and action for our fans. I worked with the production team to come up with the concept of a chamber surrounded by steel, and it eventually became a reality. The Elimination Chamber matches became a spectacle in the WWE and are known for their intense and epic encounters.
Hell yeah. All right, interesting. I did not know that. Moving on to Undertaker WrestleMania matches in 2009 and 2010. Shawn Michaels faced The Undertaker at WrestleMania 25 in what is widely considered one of the greatest matches of all time. He challenged Undertaker again in WrestleMania 26, where he lost a career versus streak match, leading to his retirement. I remember these two matches here because I was like, why the fuck are they having him wrestle again? And then they added the extra layer of your career versus a streak. I was like, all right, I see. So I'm remembering some things wrong because towards later on in his career, he comes back, and I think they are going to talk about it. No, they don't talk about it. So no, they don't. Is occasional programming?
Oh, I mean that's during that time. Like,
so I was about to say, like his post retirement, like he comes back for one more match, and I recently saw this match, and it's Triple H and Shawn Michaels versus the Brothers of Destruction.
Oh yeah, that was a bad match.
That was a rough match. I recently saw it again, and that was a rough one. I understand that they had to have these classic dudes come in so they can have the I can only assume the Saudi crowd kind of understand who the fuck is wrestling, because they're a little behind as far as current wrestling terms. But fuck, dude, I really hated seeing it because it for the most part, Shawn Michaels, like he did some flippies. He did a front flip off the top rope to these old dudes, and like they made it look as good as possible. But man, that was definitely a rough one to watch. WWE Hall of Fame inductions in 2011 and 2019. Shawn Michaels is inducted to the WWE Hall of Fame in 2011 as a solo wrestler, and in 2019 he's inducted again as part of D Generation X. Legacy and post retirement roles. His 2010 and present. Since his retirement, Michaels has made occasional appearances in the WWE programming, and currently is a coach / mentor at the Performance Center and is helping shape the next generation of wrestlers. He is also, as we mentioned before, the showrunner of NXT. Key accomplishments, we see 4-time WWE champion, 3-time Intercontinental champion, 2-time Royal Rumble winner, 1995 and 1986, the first Grand Slam champion, WrestleMania main eventer on multiple times, 2-time Hall of Famer, WWE Hall of Famer, and has been named Mr. WrestleMania due to his show-stealing performances. But yeah, that is essentially the career of Shawn Michaels. Warren, we'll start with you. Is there anything you want to add about Shawn Michaels' career?
I mean, a lot, but
Hell, go for it.
there's for me, his Royal Rumble performances as well. He was the first person to win as number one. He was also the first person to win 2 years in a row, which I think is a huge deal. I actually just rewatched the 95 Royal Rumble where he went in as number one. Like, and like the whole setup is weird watching old Royal Rumbles, but no, he's like doing his whole jumping over the rope sort of type of thing by whenever he gets whipped into the corner, hanging on for dear life. He's the one giving up honestly the best in the show. Like, excuse me, he's like everyone else is just like easily going over, barely doing anything, just 1, 2, 3, and he's like hanging for his life every like 5 minutes in that Royal Rumble.
Actually selling it.
Yeah.
Interesting. What else you got for Shawn Michael?
I'm trying to think. Like, and for me, when I started, it was literally after WrestleMania, after he got betrayed by Mike Tyson. I remember the whole him getting basically his face smashed into a car, which was like very brutal. But the thing always like stuck out for me was like basically Triple H was like, yeah, it's gonna be sucks for that guy. Like they knew he was about to get attacked, but that was just never brought up again. How like maybe DX betrayed Shawn Michaels.
That's funny. Yeah, I vaguely remember that.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And then again, the whole coming back, and also him being the commissioner for the Attitude Era for a while. He would always just show up. Remember one time Stone Cold was just at his bar. Next thing you know, Shawn Michaels is there. Like, I was the commissioner. I'm going to approve this match. So,
I forgot about the whole commissioners.
He has very good mic abilities, performance, charisma, no matter what he's doing. Like, even to this day, even if he's just basically the boss of NXT, like, he still has presence.
Yeah, the little bit that he's been showing up, he definitely still has the presence. His whole thing with say his name up here, Joe Henry. Yeah, his whole little bit that he didn't say much. He still has it, man. He still had he just said those 2 words, and he was funny. It was a funny little bit. Josh, is there anything that you want to add about Shawn Michaels' career?
Oh yeah, there's a lot.
Go for it, dude. Go for it.
Well, like it said, like he pretty much was the first of a lot of stuff. Like he was the first one to win the Hell in a Cell. He won the first Elimination Chamber match. Warren said, he was the first person to win back-to-back and enter as number one and win it. He also was the first Grand Slam champion of WWF because he won the European and the Continental Tag Team, all that. And then he was in the first. Well, I was doing my research. He was in the first ladder match ever against Bret Hart and lost.
Ooh,
yeah.
He was also the first person ever to pose for Playgirl or Playboy. No, Playgirl. Yeah,
Playgirl. That's right. I forgot about that. Yeah. Fucking Shawn.
Yeah, and then he had great matches. Like I have a list of my favorite matches of his right here. Like I like the Iron Man match between him and Bret Hart at WrestleMania.
Nice.
I like the first match he had with Razor Ramon at WrestleMania, but he didn't win the belt right there. He won it the second match they had, then the Continental. My favorite match of his of all time is him versus Kurt Angle at WrestleMania. That's my favorite of all time.
Yeah, that's a good one.
So do we even talk about the screw job?
No,
I
we haven't talked
mentioned
about
it. We didn't
Screwjob.
get to really talk about it. Let's go ahead and talk
Yeah.
about that one. Fucking screw job. When you said Survivor Series,
Survivor Series, yeah.
now was that for the WWE Championship?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn, bro.
Because the rumors for Bret Hart was gonna take the belt with him to WCW.
Yeah, he wanted to like leave with the title. Honestly, in one side, I was like, "Come on, man! You really think fucking Vince is gonna let you leave with the as the champion?" They could have done it. He could have had like a tournament happen afterwards and crowned a new champion. They could have done it, but realistically, definitely not. Wasn't gonna happen.
Yeah.
Let's get some final words before we actually no. Is there anything else you wanted to add, Josh? I know there's a lot more.
Yeah. Well. So when he came back in the 2000s, he had a lot of good matches, like that Saint Chen match he had against Triple H at SummerSlam. He left and came back, and that's when they had the 3 stages of Hell match, which the first match was a street fight, then a cage match, then a ladder match.
Damn. I really wish that they bring it back. The 3 stages of Hell match was a unique thing to do. It was against you said Triple H, right?
Triple H, yeah.
And what a fucking match. I remember some things about it. I just remember they were just like both of them just like tired as fuck at the end of the third match. What else?
His matches when he had that feud with Batista, because he didn't like the way he retired Batista. All right, give me 1 second here.
Sure, go for it. But yeah. Anything else you wanted to add, Warren?
I mean, he's also credited for starting the Attitude Era with not the screw job itself, but I mean, I've also known this from the documentary. I mean, you guys probably aren't there yet, but like he comes out like in like biker shorts that one time he comes out with biker shorts and like not really selling it too much because Vince wasn't there that week. But like that's actually people say is like the point where the Attitude Era actually start. And I also think the also infamous click scene at Madison Square Garden where Triple H got the worst of that. Yeah.
I remember Bray was talking crap about that too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like going back to
Go ahead.
Shawn Michaels, he is one of the trendsetters. He's made wrestling big for like people that are like very fast in the ring, like Ricochet, Osprey, and them. He kind of had that kind of similar wrestling style.
There was one crazy. He's had like bloody fucking matches too.
Oh yeah.
Like we want to talk about like a face full of fucking blood, just like Cena, just like JBL. Fucking, he had one of him and Jericho are the reason they stopped doing like bloody matches because they got too crazy. And I do remember that one. That one was fucking really bloody. Anything else you wanted to add, Josh?
Not just that.
Just that?
I wish he would have, because they teased him versus Daniel Bryan, but it never happened.
Damn, that's right. That would have been a fucking great ass match right there.
And him versus CM Punk also, but it never happened either.
Damn, really? CM Punk was there.
Yeah.
They really dropped the ball on that one.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, bro. What's up?
I mean, we can't also not talk about his entrance just in general. Like his music is one of the most iconic WWE music. And honestly, his
1000%.
taunt is the number one, I'd say, taunt that people just know.
Mm-hmm.
Like people just do the Shawn Michael pose all the time. Like
I did all the time on No Mercy, the game.
Yeah, just like in real life. Also, his finisher of Sweet Chin Music of just tuning up the band. Like who hasn't just done the stomp, like just in the corner or something, just getting ready to Sweet Chin Music someone.
His fucking iconic finisher. No, 100%. Like I don't really see anyone else. There's some people out there with iconic finishers that have like a lead up to it. I think it's Kofi Kingston had like the not the Trouble in Paradise, but that's like a kick that he does. It had a similar setup where he's in the corner and he's like clapping it, and it's like tuning up the man a little bit, and he goes for the kick afterwards. I'm
Yeah,
pretty sure.
I think it's the Show Empire guys because
Really?
he does the boom,
Yeah.
boom.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Okay,
Show
so it is
Empire.
Trouble in Paradise.
Yeah.
So I like that, you know, there's other wrestlers that are paying homage to his career like this. Anything else before we end and get the final word from the man himself, the AI man himself?
I'd say that he had good promos for his pay-per-view matches.
Absolutely. What about you, Warren? Any final things that you want to say?
I think I'm cute.
There you go.
I know I'm sexy.
All right, let's take final words from. Hey, Sean, is there anything that you wanted to say about your career? Anyone that you wanted to face at the end there that you didn't get to face?
Man, there's so much I can say about my career, but one thing that stands out is the ones I never got to face. There were so many talented wrestlers that I never had the chance to compete against, like Sting, Goldberg, and so many others. You know, it's a shame that I was never able to get into the ring with some of those guys. They were legends in their own right, and I would have loved the opportunity to face them.
Right on. That would have been interesting. And I think Shawn Michaels was probably most likely already retired once the invasion thing happened with WCW. But no, it wasn't. He wasn't, because fucking Booker T joined NWO and he was a part of NWO. Another thing, fucking Shawn Michaels was a part of the NWO. Fucking wild.
And like, you know, AI said that he didn't face Goldberg. He faced Goldberg in Elimination.
Yeah.
He faced Goldberg in Elimination Chamber. Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah.
No, also he just had a full match against like Goldberg.
Yeah.
It was like a Raw, like I want to say 1,000 episode or
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it's like I'm like I just did a quick Google search and like automatically found like Sting was right, but Goldberg, no, that's not true at all.
He didn't have a match per se with Sting, but he did come out to help out Triple H in that WrestleMania.
Oh, that's
when
right.
it was DX and NWO.
Yeah, that Sting versus Shawn Michaels sounds like something that should have happened. Man, if only companies actually worked together to give fans what they wanted.
And another match before we do anything, The Rock versus Shawn Michaels. They set it up so perfectly and never happened.
Dude, talk about a wasted opportunity.
Shawn Michaels gave The Rock a sweet chin when he was doing the people's elbow and had Triple H win the belt.
Damn, dude.
There's also the infamous Shawn Michaels versus Hulk Hogan match.
Oh yeah.
Where Shawn refused to. Where Shawn oversell.
Yeah, because fucking Hulk Hogan refused to lose to Shawn Michaels. Yeah. And then Shawn, fucking being the awesome guy that he is, decided to oversell every fucking thing that he was getting himself into. A brilliant man. I hope he continues to do amazing things in NXT. We'll see what the future holds for Mr. Shawn Michaels. I want to thank Josh. I want to thank Warren for being on the show as always. Our panelists here. Josh, where can they find you on the socials?
Just so far, just Instagram at Sith_Josh_818.
Hell yeah. And Warren, where can they find you on the socials?
You can find me on Instagram, Twitch, TikTok, and YouTube under TwoStoned, TU_STEUND.
Hell yeah. Be sure to tune in next week. Same time, same network, or channel, I should say. We'll be giving you guys some more insights in the world of wrestling. Be good to yourself and others. Bye-bye. 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 Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Hello, gato. All right. So, let me go over here. There you go. I did not mean to do that like that. Cool stuff, guys. So yeah, I just found this. I found this character.ai chat thing yesterday, and I was like, oh, this would be perfect. And then I found out that they actually indeed have Shawn Michaels in here. Is it accurate? 100% not. But it is fun.
It's funny because in the bottom it says, remember, everything character says is made up.
100%. I really like doing the spotlights. I actually have an idea for next month. Since it's going to be October. I was thinking of doing Mick Foley for the spotlight. And what do you guys think?
Cool with that.
Warren, you
Yeah.
cool with that?
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about the whole chat or
I do it just for the funds and just for the comedy. It's not necessarily
Yeah.
something that
Well, also
I'm
the
like 100%
the whole
on.
just having the chat AI break down the whole thing. I don't know. I was hoping for more of a conversation about Shawn Michaels instead of just reading the bulletin points.
Oh, for or as far as like the spotlight?
Yeah, it was just I don't know.
Hmm.
I was like, why do we need chat telling us words when we can just have a conversation?
Quick question: is it like the bullet points I was talking about, his career, or more him talking, or the AI talking?
I mean, more of the bullet points, but
okay,
I didn't really like the AI either. I don't know. I'm not a huge AI fan.
I gotcha. Like I said, I just mainly did it for the comedy there, but we can definitely restructure this. So yeah. So for the next spotlight, which we're gonna do for Mick Foley, how would you feel? How would you want to do it? What's your idea?
Like we just go, we sort of treat like our topic. We go around, we say like, what's the first thing you think of about Mick Foley? We talk about the impact like he's had on you maybe personally. Like it's fine to maybe have this like in the background to like quick give yourself a good idea of what's happening, or if you need like notes. But I don't know, just reading it and just like because there were so many things that were just missed in this
I
thing
understand what you're
itself.
saying. Okay,
Yeah.
we can definitely do it a little bit. Definitely do it different the next time.
Yeah.
So why don't we do it like this then? I mean, but then that kind of doesn't. So why don't we do it like this? We all choose a best moment, a best rivalry, and I'm trying to think of a third one.
3 of his best matches.
Maybe best matches. Yeah, that's a good one. And then we can keep it similar to what we do already, like you were saying, and keep it around that theme, and we'll test it out for Mick Foley.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. As far as the next what do you call it? Topic. Let me see my notes. Oh fuck yeah. Let's do worst stable.
Okay.
I'm down for that one. All right.
I just got an idea.
What's up?
So you know how, well, October's spooky month.
Yeah.
So like I guess for the last Saturday before the end of the month, we could have like the best, I would say, spooky matches or horror matches.
I thank you for reminding me. I actually wanted to. We can do that. We can definitely do that. But I actually wanted to do the best creepy characters in wrestling. Because there's a bunch of them out there.
Yeah.
And, I'd be totally down to do that for like I guess it'd be like the week of
Halloween special.
yeah, Halloween special essentially. And yeah, we can also, for the people who do watch us on the stream here, they'll be able to see the videos that we're seeing. So we can also see little clips of, I don't know, the boogeyman or whoever we end up talking about. Most likely even the Fiend. We'll do like a little video clips just to like visually see it and react to it. But that's a good one. I like the idea for that one. But yeah, we'll go ahead and keep the theme going. Try to keep it with where we go around the room in a discussion. But yeah, thanks very much, guys, for being a part of. What's up?
When do we want to do it next week? Because next week is Bad Blood.
Oh, let's see what time is Bad Blood.
At 3.
Yeah.
But they moved it up because the UFC is the same night.
Oh shit.
Does it actually start
Interesting.
at 3, or is that when the pre-show starts?
No, I think pre-show starts at 2. They usually start at 4, but they moved it up to 3.
Yeah,
UFC
they're always
starts at
confusing
5.
when they say when it starts. I'm like, I don't know if they're talking about the pre-show or the actual
No.
show.
Would
Yeah,
you
'cause,
guys be down to do it on Sunday?
I can do it whenever. Saturday or
I
Sunday.
think Sunday works for me.
Cool. Yeah, that'll give us a good time to like actually watch the show
Yeah.
and do all that stuff. Yeah, let's go ahead and schedule for Sunday for next weekend. And yeah, we'll recap the show and or the pay-per-view. And yeah, we'll go from there.
Cool.
All right, dudes. We shall see you guys next time. Have a good night.
All right. Yeah.
Bye,
Bye,
Hi,
guys.
guys.
Alrighty. Thanks everyone for tuning in, for checking us out on the stream. Be sure to tune in on Tuesday. I will be streaming Marvel Snap with a new card. I'm also going to be playing more of the Hogwarts Legacy because I fucking love that game. But yeah, thank you one and all for tuning in. Let me go over here. Be good to yourself and others. Bye, 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 bye. Hell yeah. Is that Dottie?
What about the room, Professor?